What's up, everybody? Thank you for joining me for another episode of the podcast. This is episode number 10. Is that double digits?
It is double digits.
It is double digits. That's a big deal. Double digits.
Double digits.
I think they say if you get to 7, you're kind of good to go.
Is it 7 the magic number?
7, supposedly in the podcasting word. 7 the magic number. Today, peeps, I got my homeboy, my brother from another mother.
What?
Mr. Roberto Rojas.
Holla in the house.
In studio tonight. Not on Skype, but
oh no, I made the trip all the way out here just for this. Yes, indeed.
made the trip. So
Could have been watching Netflix, but hey, I chose this instead.
What are you watching on Netflix now?
A lot of different things. Mainly old reruns of shows I love, like Star Trek Next Generation, freaky documentaries.
They play Star Trek on BBC America.
Yeah, but I don't have cable anymore, sir. I cut the cable quite some time ago.
So you're running an antenna then?
Antenna for just like regular channels, like 4 or 5
HD
or whatever.
antenna?
It's HD, like the kind of you buy it, like, you know, it's like.
Do you know the range? Because
it's like a 25 mile.
So we got to talk with Carlos, because Carlos is supposed to be going with that. And I think if you can get North Carolina, as I want to say, one of his is supposed to get that as far as North Carolina.
Yeah, I should have sprung for like the 100 mile or 50 mile one just to see if it got any better reception. But yeah.
Where'd you end up installing it?
Well, no, I have one in the downstairs and then one in the upstairs.
Oh, so you got 2.
So I got 2. Yeah, we just got the second one. It was like 35.
Because I think his you either have to install in the attic.
Yeah, that's
like that.
Yeah, but I'm drilling. I got more holes in my house. I don't need any more,
that's
dude.
True.
Yeah.
Remember
riveting conversation. I'm sure your listeners are falling off of their seats listening to.
I'm contemplating getting off cable myself, man. Going to the.
It's tough though, man, because it is a lifestyle change for some folks. Like if you like sports, don't get off it.
But again, if you get that 100, if you get a far-reaching one,
if you like sports, don't do it.
Yeah, but again, if you like sports and you're living in your area, all your shit should be on local channels anyway.
Nope.
Well, not for you. You're not going to get anything stronger for the ratings.
And unfortunately, all my teams are West Coast.
But if you can do 150 miles,
you know what though?
If I can get the southern tip of Jersey,
yeah. But honestly,
I should be able to get the Giants games.
No, honestly, if you're a sports guy, it's not ready yet until they can stream. And like you have to buy certain sports packages in order to like if you're an NFL nut, you have to get the NFL pass and all that stuff.
Do you have the little Google thing or Roku?
Yeah, I got the Roku stick, which is awesome. I can't recommend it enough. Thing is wicked fast, like no buffering. It doesn't
Can
crap
you stream
out.
stuff through there?
I have not tried that. I have not tried doing like.
We were streaming upstairs.
Indeed, it was streaming. It was streaming big time.
We were streaming.
But yeah, I will say that once they get that whole sports thing figured out, like it will definitely be a game changer. But right now, it just if you're a sports guy, then it doesn't make sense to cut the cable. But if you're not, oh my God, dude, I've saved so much money. And the kids adapted just fine. They're watching things like Pokemon and whatever.
But you need Netflix though, something like Hulu.
Well, yeah, you need your subscriptions, but then you have to also be careful. And plus, I could get HBO if I wanted to too, man. It's just I haven't.
You got to get the app. You can get the app on your iPhone.
Well, no, I can just get it separately. Like I think it's the only thing that sucks is like $17 a month.
Yeah, but you would need the box though to get it.
No, I can do it right through the Roku. Oh, it's so badass, dude. Yeah, but and you can get all the subscriptions. I can even get Showtime on that thing if I want to.
I think it's all apps.
Yeah, but it starts adding on. So 17 for this one, 11 for this one, and then by the time I look, I'm back to like $150 a month in my streaming bill.
I'm running TiVo right now, so I got rid of because my cable boxes I think were running me like. What's that, like $15 or $20 a month? I had 2 of them.
And as it turns out, they were overcharging people for having those boxes. And then I think there was some ruling that said,
why? I can get some money back?
Well, it's not money back, but basically like, yeah, I guess so. I can't tell you the specifics about it, but there was some ruling that basically said that the cable companies that were charging you for each box that you had in your house, they're like, you're getting the same signal and like you're renting those boxes. Why can't you let people like do it on their own or something like that? Right. So look into it, people. I'm not I'm not giving you all the good information here, but there's some stuff that's changing with the whole box thing. And yeah, man, I just got tired of paying like almost $200, man, a month.
I don't know. I'm not know if I'm ready for that because, like I said, I went to TiVo, so I'm saving that money. Oh, I got Victor calling me right now.
No, we definitely should answer that.
Nah, I got to give him a call. Victor, if you listen to this podcast, you're calling me right now, and I got to give you a call back.
Hey, Victor, I told him to call you back, so
I don't know. I don't got that much technology yet to be picking people up on the phone.
Right.
But TiVo is definitely an option. The only bad thing about TiVo is you're paying for the box up front, and that could run you like $3 something.
Well, like I said, there's ways to get around, the cost of, bringing down like, TV entertainment. But man, since we've been doing the streaming thing, it's been great. And, you get into like weird stuff that you wouldn't even have thought of, you know, and what's great about it is now you're kind of putting more thought in what you're going to watch instead of just kind of like just going through channels of nothing. And I'm watching this. Why am I watching Predator again? Just because it's on, So,
like I said, TiVo. I'm renting the video card from Files. So that's running me, I want to say close to $4 a month. But I said the major stickler with TiVo is like
the Roku stick, man. It's like $40. It's great.
What I like about the TiVo is all the apps are pre-built.
Well, in the Roku, same thing. Yeah. Well, and what it does is there's like there's a set.
The TiVo's got the DVR.
Well, okay,
That's what I like about that.
I'll say this though. It isn't necessarily built in. You have to like once you set it up, you do the setup, and then you pick what apps you want on there.
Right.
And then it takes your credit card, so it needs a credit card on it, kind of like Amazon how they do that. And basically, like as you're adding shows, if you want to, I got what's it called, the Google Store on there. So if I want to rent stuff through there, I can totally use my Google account there.
Because
the Play Store, that's what it's called.
With the TiVo, the cool thing about that, it's got a feature where if you record it on your DVR and you come back to it once it's done, you hit the button, it completely skips all the commercials.
No, get out.
Like the thing will make a chime when the commercial starts. Hit the button, and all of a sudden, bloop, it starts right. It cuts out all but this is only on the main channel. But it's freaking perfect for like,
dude. I love that.
Dead or like shit like that.
Yeah. It's funny. You know what's funny? Watching old shows that had like the dramatic pause for the commercial breaks. Yeah. And now that, if you're watching them on here, like they don't have those commercials anymore. So it's like, dun, dun, dun. And then it comes right back. Dun, dun, dun.
Right. And didn't they used to rewind like 2 seconds?
Sometimes for certain shows they would, for others they wouldn't. It would just fade back on. I'm loving it.
So what shows are you watching now?
Daredevil. Gotta
Daredevil.
Gotta have my fix of Daredevil.
Yeah,
I already went through.
Did you binge watch that?
Bet your ass I binge watched this shit.
How many days did you take to watch that? You still gotta watch it.
Actually, no, I shouldn't say binge watch it. Not the whole thing. Like I did like 3 or 4 episodes like a night. And
I could only get through 2.
Dude, but it was killing me because I was like staying up to like 1 o'clock in the morning trying to watch. Like, oh man, it's getting good.
That shit, rough. You still I got a Game of Thrones for you.
Oh man, I totally got to get on that. Well, that's the thing. Like I'm contemplating like dumping one of my streaming services and getting HBO. Well, even though with the Roku they give you a 2-month free streaming, I just wonder if they're going to screw you. Like, okay, you get to watch 2 shows of each, and then until you sign up. I don't know if they can do that.
Do this with your brother-in-laws. Get HBO, because I remember reading an article from HBO where the freaking president didn't give a crap.
No, he didn't care. He just wants people eyeballs.
Right. So fuck it, y'all split the cost. It's easy like that.
I was thinking about that.
Did you go to these conferences? Remember, Hulu's always giving out like 2 months of free Hulu. But I try not to get into too much TV.
It's crazy though, because like with Hulu and also with like Amazon, like they'll give, if you have the Prime subscription, they'll give you some free stuff. It's like some of them are really old movies and stuff like that. You have to do the add-ons. They're trying to get you with the add-ons. But then, it all depends on how much of a TV junkie you are. So for me, I'm happy right now. Like I said, I'm into just a few shows. Like I said, that one's one. I got into that show I told you about, Fearless, where it's professional bull riders. Holy shit, man.
We were supposed to do that.
We were supposed to do that, but we ain't no spring chickens no more, my friend.
How old were we when we went to Pamplona?
We were in our 20s, dude.
Were we?
Yeah, we were in our 20s. We were
That's true. We went with 2000.
We faced the bulls in a different way. But, man, I tell you, those guys.
That's freaking worse.
No, it's not worse than actually getting on it. We were running away from them things, man. I mean, there's a big difference between running away from some bulls.
I think it's safer to be on a bull than be running from them.
No, dude. Trust me. You watch the show. and you will see like
as long as I don't get knocked out
one of the guys
from them getting bucked,
jacked his ankle while he was trying to get onto the bull. You know how they have them in the little pens before they.
You know how they get them bucking though, right?
Yeah, they have to tie their balls together and
they pull that rope.
Yeah.
And that's why they're bucking. They try to kick the rope off.
Yeah. Oh, I thought they put that. Did they put that around their balls?
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know if it's.
Well, it looks like it's around their balls.
Well, if it's just below, but they feel it down there and they're just trying to buck it off.
Yeah, trying to get it off of it. But yeah, dude, it's crazy. And then you see like it happens so quick. And I didn't realize that the sport is half the actual rider, but then half of your score comes from the bull itself. So if the bull doesn't buck and it doesn't do like a certain amount of like spinning and stuff like that, you actually get a lower score. So you could be like
Fearless.
Yeah, you could be 8 seconds on that bull because it's 8 seconds, and then you have to. The rules are you have to be on it for 8 seconds. And then you have to jump off, but land on your feet from the bull.
What is it like?
That's kind of like like in gymnastics where they have to stick the landing. For them, sticking the landing is just landing on their feet and not on their head. And dude, some of these guys, man, like things throwing you off, man. It's like an 1,800-pound beast throwing your ass off, and then landing on your freaking neck, or landing on.
I still think running from them is scarier than bucking one.
You know what?
Watch
the show and then you tell me what's worse.
But they got a helmet on.
Even with the helmet, dude, the thing starts.
I understand.
The thing starts kicking, and then like its hooves, they're so powerful.
Yeah,
this one guy was on the ground,
cobblestone.
But this guy was on the ground, and the freaking bull jumped up.
You can curse it.
And well, I know. I'm
warming up?
I have a cursing problem, so I'm trying to like. For all your audience members, it's like, God, that guy likes to curse a whole lot. I'm trying to correct it. But anyways, the fucking guy gets up and like he gets thrown off the bull, and the bull jumps up and like smashes him with his hoof and literally takes out his knee. It's ridiculous.
So what happened to him?
They had to cart his ass out. One guy, he couldn't. He's like, I can't breathe.
You don't get gored though.
Yeah, they have horns on those too.
I know, but aren't they capped like the ones we fought in the ring?
I don't think so.
I think we gotta look.
Either that or they.
Don't get me wrong. Like you said, a fucking 1,800-pound beast is gonna mess you up. But
here's the thing:
running from 10 bulls on cobblestone in the rain. That's something.
No, it rained the day before. What's it raining when we were running? Now
I got to pull the tape.
You know what? The rain that I'm thinking about that was badass was when we did our first Tough Mudder run. Oh, dude, that was like the mother of all.
That was like
Clash
of the Titans.
Dude, that was the best way to start that race, dude. Is like, and you saw them taking we were in Upper Maryland in a big open farm area was where they decided to have the Tough Mudder event, and it was our first one, right?
Yeah.
We were like training for a while. I was doing my running. I was trying to get my cardio up, and we couldn't find parking because there was like so many people that went to this thing that I literally parked. I think we parked our car about maybe I would say a good 10 minutes from the actual event site. I think it was like, not 6 miles. It can't be 6 miles. It was probably like 3 miles away. So we parked like 3 miles away. And the minute, we get there, it was a huge storm. And
so technically, Tough Mudder is 13 miles. We ended up doing close to
16. We did 16.
Yeah, that was like 3 miles. We parked in somebody's yard.
Yeah. Because there was nowhere to park.
Yeah, but that was pretty cool because that was like if you watch those alien movies when the clouds come in.
But yeah, it was like it hadn't started raining when you and I like started walking.
But you could see it.
And you could just see, and then like the wind swept pines. It was like, remember that opening scene from 300?
Yeah.
The wind swept pines.
That's what it felt like. Everyone got together, did a prayer.
Well, no, remember, as we were filing in, because remember, they had to call our number.
Us in like this cattle cell.
Yeah, and then as we were talking, then the rain started coming down. And then they started taking down all the audio. And the guy who's like the hype man for the thing,
they literally getting really into it.
He gave him a megaphone because they had to take all the equipment down because it started pouring down rain.
Lightning, thunder.
And he's like, yeah, it was lightning. No, it wasn't lightning because they would have canceled part of the events if it was lightning. But it was like, it was coming down. And then he goes, "This is what it's all about, people. It doesn't get any tougher than this."
How freaking cold I was. That rain was when we were kneeling down.
Was it September or October we did it? I can't remember. It was a while back.
Cold.
And he goes,
"It rained at first.
Let's get into the spirit of this thing." And then we all started singing the national anthem. Remember, in the rain. It was like warrior shit right there, man. Crazy good.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
And then, oh man, that was and the only thing that we didn't do that first time around was that what do they call that? The one where you go into the water and
that ice thing. They didn't have it there.
No, they did, but remember, because of the weather and the lightning strike, they didn't want us jumping into water then, even though it was raining.
Yeah, but we did that pit where we climbed off the wall and jumped in.
Yeah, but that was later. Yeah. And for whatever reason, they shut down the thing, and then we couldn't do that one. So instead of waiting for them to open it back up, we just went around it and did something else.
Now, if you guys done Tough Mudder, then you know what we're talking about. But the second time he and I did it, remember jumping in that ice freaking bucket. And if you remember, there's a piece of wood that goes across, and it goes about maybe, I'm going to say 6 or 8 inches. So he jumps in, and you go underwater, and you're like, you know what, I'm committed. You're underwater and you start swimming, and I jump in and I'm walking through, and I can somehow just kind of feel the water moving next to me as you're getting closer to it, and then you fucking ram that wood with your head.
Dude, it was so cold. The water was so cold. It felt like pinpricks all over my body, and I just jumped in. I thought I cleared the fucking wall. As soon as I went up, the center of my head hit and then you just heard crack. I'm surprised I didn't fucking die.
And then we got out of that. That was pretty.
Oh, dude, and I still felt like pin needles.
New Jersey,
man.
Right?
That one was in New Jersey. The second one we did was in New Jersey.
I think the shocking one was probably the worst.
Yeah, man. Ugh.
The first time we couldn't get up the half pipe. Second time we were able to.
I still couldn't get up the half pipe, man. I tried both times. I couldn't do that shit. I just did not have enough oomph to get up that damn wall.
That's all freaking American Ninja shit.
Yeah, I watch that now and I see them do that wall and I'm like, that is freaking tough, man.
Yeah, 14 feet. I don't know how they should do. All right, so tell me this.
Mm-hmm.
You've been giving me a lot of, not grief. I've been twisting your arm to do jiu-jitsu for years.
Yes, you have. Well, the few years that you've been doing it, yeah. How long have you been doing it?
I've been doing it for 8 years now.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it's been a while.
And now you finally.
Well, not just now.
I know.
It's going to be almost a year.
I'm leading up the story.
All right.
You started doing jiu-jitsu.
Mm-hmm. And?
You said you're what? You're back to college weight. How much weight have you lost just in this year alone from doing it?
About 20 pounds, dude.
20 freaking pounds.
20 pounds. And kept it off, too. 20
freaking pounds just doing jiu-jitsu.
Well, doing jiu-jitsu and then also the cardio workout I get walking my dog. But yeah, the jiu-jitsu is a big help.
That shit just melts off.
It does.
Doing that stuff.
All that.
How many times are you doing it? You doing it twice a week?
Twice a week. And I do Sundays sometimes. Big shout out to the crew out there, the Grindhouse, grinding it out. Master Dalla. Got to give a big up to Master Dalla at the Premier Fighting Center in Woodbridge, Virginia. If you guys are in that area, definitely come train with them.
Check them out.
Awesome place. Great staff. Great group of guys and gals. It's great.
I'm going to want to go down there and train with you guys one day.
We're doing it tomorrow. If you want to come see.
Dude, I didn't know 8:30. I ain't driving that.
Well, no, I mean, that's what time they open the doors. But everyone, they're there from.
I want to go for a class.
They're from 8:30 to 11:30. That's open to everybody.
So you got to. What would you say percentage-wise? Like whites, blues, purples, browns?
I mean, in our school, it's mostly purples and blues.
Yeah?
Yeah, a lot of purples and blues. Not too many white belts. I would say mostly purples and blues.
Tell me, compared to, so like I said, you said you're almost a year now.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can remember back to those first couple classes, what would you say about your journey so far from the time you walked in to where you are like right now?
Well, at least...
what kept you going those first couple of days? Because there's a lot of people... You ain't one with ego. So, that's a good thing with you.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people kind of go in there. I've seen a lot of guys come into class with egos and kind of get abused. And then you never see them again.
Yeah.
But tell me, the first time that from the first couple classes till now, I mean, what's different?
Well, I mean, it's definitely intimidating, when you go into something like that. And then just, what really got to me was just the realization of how unprepared you are, like for hand-to-hand combat. You know what I mean? And, realizing where your weaknesses are and just how unprepared you are. That's definitely humbling. But what's kept me going so far, honestly, been a couple of things. You definitely telling me, just stick with it, man. Just stick with it. You just got to get through it and learn. You're going to get your ass handed to you every night. And I did.
You're still going to. Dude, I still get my ass handed to me.
Dude, on Thursday night, dude, like one of the guys I was rolling with, he just cracked the shit out of my arm so bad. And like I hadn't tapped.
What though?
He had me in a nasty arm lock. And
omoplata or something?
No. It was just he was just getting me in an arm bar. But like he had it in really tight, and I was trying to defend it, and I managed to get my arm out, so he didn't get it right away. So I was trying to like maneuver, but since I didn't tap, he went full on it, and dude almost popped my freaking elbow out. And then
what belt level was
he was a blue. But no, he felt bad too, because like I said, and I started tapping, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." It's like, you didn't tap when I had it, like, and he's right, like it was my fault because I should have like at least tap when he got some of it, but I was trying to defend it a little bit. Yeah. I had my arm. He didn't have it straight, so I turned it out a little bit. But anyways, the big difference, it was, you telling me to hang in there with it. The staff is really a big part of it.
Yeah, that's important.
They're really a good, group of guys and gals there that like they encourage you. They try to like, work with you. They teach me stuff every day, all level belts too. I mean, from the white belts all the way up to like, the brown belts and of course, Master Dollar is always supportive there. But the one thing I remember too was your boy Mossy, when he got his last promotion. And I know it's not his quote, but it's a great quote, man. It's like every black belt is just a white belt they didn't give up.
Right.
I love that quote.
Yeah, man. I don't know who said that. I don't know who said it either. Sauer always says that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
He got it from somebody, but I'm telling you that's a great quote to sort of have in the back of your head. It's like, look, you know what? Just don't give up, man. You know what? We're doing this a year. Come on. I mean, there are people who've dedicated their whole life to this stuff.
You're ahead of the game, 90%.
I'll be honest with you, though. Like, I am frustrated at the time I started. I'm like kicking myself again for not listening to you and starting sooner. But,
Well, I wish we knew about this in school. But see, I don't think they had anything like this in Richmond by us. Because I remember you were doing Taekwondo Richmond, with that one guy?
Yeah, but that was
But then
nothing on, I'm not ragging on Taekwondo at all. I mean, it's great martial art, but I guess the school that I had gone to, I
ain't ragging on Taekwondo either, but
it's a powerful.
You got maybe 3 kicks in Taekwondo that I think are probably worth something. And
roundhouse. I
think a wheel kick,
roundhouse.
But everything else, I don't see how
front kick. Well, you'd use the front kicks.
Yeah, but you can do the entire like foot jabs,
right? But like I said, they didn't have anything like that. But like I should have started training it like when you were telling me to do it. But again, I was just such, what you were doing.
Don't get me wrong, dude. I've been training for 8 years.
Yeah. But you were a madman.
I'm still a freaking blue belt.
I'll be honest. You were a little bit of a madman when you told me like all the stuff, because you were not just doing jiu-jitsu. You were doing Kali. You were doing
Kali,
getting punched in the face.
I mean, I still do that. I don't do Thai anymore because
I'm like, I don't think I want to get punched in the face.
But I don't do as much.
I don't want to pay to get punched in the face, dude. Like, I'm trying to avoid getting punched in the face.
I'm hoping if I can just get now that the kids are going back to school, if I can get back, I'm hoping I'll be able to test for purple by the end of this year. Because like I said, I'm one of them super duper black belts. Because it's funny, I got 3 stripes already, but I've been rolling
you mean super duper blue belt?
Yeah, because technically you should level up every maybe 2 years.
Oh, is that like the standard, or?
Nah, it depends on how much you go. If you're not married and you're going 4 times a week,
right.
I mean, hell, you can knock out a belt maybe a year. That's but again, that's up to your instructor to see what.
No, exactly, yeah, and that's what I kind of like about this. Where
I think it starts slowing down.
I like the fact that they make you sort of go through your paces, and they're not just giving it to you based on time.
Right, because that's what. I mean, I was just about to say that. I mean, because again, he'll watch you. He's always Master Sal is always watching, and he'll kind of know when he'll think that you're ready,
and not just the master.
Plus, you got to compete.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing too. Like I know I have to do one of those. I'm like, oh man, the thing is, I want to get to a level at least where I feel comfortable.
Yeah, but again, if you go, I competed as a white belt, and they would put you roughly the same level.
We'll see.
And again, you're not going against any blues.
No, it's all.
But you go strictly white, and plus it's good because I think the good thing is about it with you being in your school, it doesn't look like you're making progress because everyone's going. Their experience is rising at the same level.
Right.
So it's like it's hard for you to catch, but when you get some fresh meat in, then you can see like the changes.
Yeah.
But then, like I said, you go to competition and check that out, and
yeah, I gotta at least do one competition, and I'm already prepping the wife for that. I'm like, look,
Yeah, there's no punching. You can get hurt, yes.
Yeah.
Because I know the second match I had, the guy came, grabbed me, tried to throw me. He tore his rotator cuff. Oof. It was like 4 seconds later, the match was done.
Dude,
tore his freaking rotator cuff on me.
And that's like I'm trying to be smart about it and stuff like that. And like I said, I'll build up the confidence in my game to at least be able to defend. And you know what? If I don't, I would rather lose on points instead of get submitted. I don't want to get submitted. That's the thing.
Winning or losing, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That's the cool thing about it. Is you just the fact.
I want to win though, man.
Course, everybody.
I want to fucking win. If I would go in, I want to fucking win.
But again, the fact that you're doing it, because your adrenaline is going to be so spiked, and then don't get me wrong, the other person will probably be just as nervous, and just.
You know what I'm having trouble with, and this is something I've been trying to work on, is how to start. Because it's always like me going to attack.
The matches, you always start standing up.
Right. But it's like, and then, the sweeps, I'm, trying to practice like sweeps. I'm also trying to practice the throws, the judo throws, all that stuff. But it's like, how to begin. Like, of course, you got to grab the guy's gi and then find a position and then do all that business.
How did we start?
Yeah, we're always starting on the ground.
They're just ugly, dude. Yeah. And they're going to hug each other, and you just fall to the ground. It's just weird until you start learning throws.
I tell you what, when I have my first one, you're going to be there.
Oh, fuck yeah, I'm going to be
there. And you better not, be like, oh, I can't make it. No, your ass needs to be there.
I'll friggin' be. I got to start doing some more myself.
Yeah, but man, it's... that's pretty much what's kept me going. And, I would like for this to be something that, cash flow willing,
but this
stays
is the
with
good thing
me.
about that. There's nothing, as long as you're smart, and that's what, going back to that arm bar. See, I don't like myself, joint locks I don't like doing. If I can get you in that move and I grab the arm, I'll let it go and transition to something. Now, don't get me wrong, chokes, I'll put your ass to sleep if you don't tap. Because, you can recover. But arm, because the reason why I'm also still a freaking blue belt, because I get freaking injured, and I got caught in an electric chair one time.
What's that?
It's like an Eddie Bravo move where one dude, just picture your ankle up on my ankle on your shoulder, and you're sort of answering the phone. So you got my left leg caught. My right leg is between your legs, and you got him in guard in a sense. So I'm split like Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Oh, okay.
So the dude rolled back. And he just...
I think we call that a banana split, or is that something different?
Same thing.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I know that. Yeah.
And then...
I've been caught in that one. Oh, that's...
And I saw my hip bone pop out of socket.
Ooh.
And I was out for 8 months.
Yeah, somebody did that banana split, and I was like, oh, this sucks. And no way to defend against it. I mean, that I know of anyway. Huh? I'm sure there is, but
I mean, the one thing I'd still say to you, always keep in mind that you can still get punched in the face.
With knee too. Oh my God!
Like
I've been getting kneed.
Roll with guys like blue belts and stuff like that, and they'll get me in the move. I'm like, motherfucker, all I got to do is punch you in the face right now. Just remember that. That's good. You're gonna pass my guard. You're talking smack, but
I'm not that good yet that I can pass someone's guard yet. But that's what, again, I have key things that I'm trying to work on in my game to get better.
Yeah,
but because
that's the scary part. You got jiu-jitsu is 90% on all of it's on the ground. Do you really want to be rolling in the parking lot?
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean, or something like that.
Right.
Or if you're by yourself, you don't want to roll. Got somebody in mount, and homeboys.
Friend comes over
and behind you, clocks you in the freaking head. That's why I think training other arts helps. Doing Kali.
Yeah.
Because there's sometimes when you get down where you got to just make sure that if you're in the mount, either knee on belly or something where your head's on a freaking swivel.
Well, what's great is sometimes Master Dalo will give us like some, in the no-gi, he'll give us some, good tips for stuff, just like everyday street thing. Like someone like tries to do the hey you and tries to like push you and puts the hand here.
Yeah.
We basically just grab the wrist, bend it
Collapse.
down, and it just collapse forward and then just break that shit.
Right.
I'm like, see, that's a good tip.
Even on getting on a no-gi, I do a little bit more of.
Yeah. And like, some of the throws that you can do, judo throws and stuff like that. So it's really fascinating. So, and I will definitely say that I'm trying to get my daughter into it because I think just every little girl and adult woman should learn at least fundamental, jiu-jitsu moves for personal self-defense.
Right.
It's absolutely necessary in this day and age with all the shit that's been, happening, and it'll build confidence too. It definitely builds your confidence, and then you feel a little bit more relaxed, and you don't have to always be tense in certain situations.
I mean, my only recommendations, even if you're not doing martial art, the only time you should be wearing this is not off topic, but the only time you should be wearing freaking flip flops is if you're in the gym. I see so many people,
or the pool.
Yeah, I see so many people walking around in a mall or outside in flip flops.
Yep.
If something ever happened, you're gonna blow a tire and you're gonna be running barefoot.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the same thing, say, with ponytails for women. I mean, that is an amazing way to grab somebody.
Even like
control.
the hair up thing in a bun, is that different?
Well, bun's something different, but if you got a ponytail,
yeah, it's like
I mean, don't get me wrong. I've done that to women in class where just to show them where, I'm in side control and they're blocking my knee pass because they're trying to shrimp away. I'll grab the ponytail and I'll kind of bring my elbow to my hip and now your ass ain't moving.
Right.
It's like, I'm not pulling it or being, I'm just trying to make
being a gentleman.
Yeah, a little bit of a point, but
yeah,
it's like I said, I would never. I did a Kali test, and we had to be outside, and they were doing construction, and there was about a 6-foot gravel hill that an instructor made us fight up, and the people who had flip flops, their toes and feet were all cut up.
It was that story. Now I don't wear flip flops anymore because of your ass. Now I can't even go to.
Sense.
Yeah, now I can't even just go to the store to buy some and like sandals or I can't do that.
That's what I tell my daughter when she hops in the car. Man, I was like, if we get in an accident, you got to get out. You're gonna be wearing flip flops. Just think of it like that way.
The Bruce Willis Die Hard scenario. The motherfucker didn't have shoes on, and look what happened to him. Well, couldn't find shoes from any of the dead terrorists that he killed
that fit his foot.
That is feet smaller than my sister.
Remember Castaway?
Castaway, yeah.
Dude that rolled up?
Right. Man, shoes too small,
freaking
man.
Shoes on, dude.
Shoes are too small.
Movies are telling you. But no, man, I'm proud of you from doing that stuff.
No, thank you, sir.
Because I know
it's tough, man. I ain't gonna lie, it's tough. And like you said, there's a lot of discipline, and you got to really be humble about getting your ass handed to you. And no, look, you know what? It's gonna happen. They've been telling me though that it's better to train with people sort of at your level. Mm-hmm. Or a little bit below, rather than just going to take on like purple belts or high blue belts, because then you're not really learning. You're just getting your ass handed to you.
Yeah, but then you're on defense. Don't get me wrong. Defense. Yeah. When I do,
that's one
purple belts and browns. I know I'm not going to tap them.
Mm-hmm.
If I get it, it's going to be lucky. There was one brown belt I almost got in a baseball choke.
Ooh.
And it was funny because the minute he saw it coming. And I tried to go on that shit real quick.
Yeah.
He knew how to get out of it. He got out of it, submitted me real quick. He got up. He goes, son of a bitch, I didn't think you knew that move. He's like,
dude, I'd love to have this conversation again with you like in another year, just to see where I am at year 2 or year 3.
Like I said, keep
I want to just see like compare the difference between like how I'm feeling right now to one more year added just to get experience and
I mean, but you said it there. I mean, you go to class, you don't fully understand how unprepared you are to fight, to be in a situation.
Yep.
Until, and the good thing is, you even think about it with your kids, the chances of them being a pro soccer player, pro baseball, pro basketball, pro anything, it's a small chance.
Mm-hmm.
But they can do freaking martial arts.
Yeah, and that's a lifetime thing.
Excel in that shit and be.
And that's kind of like how I'm doing with my son in soccer. I want to do the same with like martial arts, and and make
Another
that
thing
investment
I'm
in them.
Incorporating is gymnastic stretching.
Oh yeah, yoga they say is really good too.
Yoga's cool, but there's I'll show you a link where there's this guy. I was listening to a Tim Ferriss podcast with, his last name was Christopher Summers or something. I think he's in Canada, and I paid for the introductory stretch thing where it's online, and that shit is brutal for your wrist alone, because he talks about doing ring work. How you see the guys in the Olympics do the rings and they do like the crucifix, and do all that side. So it's all stretching on sort of how to do that.
And like I tell you, man, they always get me with my wrist too. Like this one dude I was rolling with, like I had put like my hand up like this, and he just basically did that and then just went down.
Was that on your hip? With that hand on his hip?
No, it was on his like upper chest here. I was like defending like this, and then all he did was just grab it like that and just down. I was like, tap. I was done.
Wrist.
Wrist.
I remember in class,
joints.
it's called a downward wrist lock, but we call it the devil's wrist lock. And my instructor mostly, it was my fault. I asked him to do a wrist lock class, and he put that on, and I dropped to a knee so fast. I think my body was going into shock because I'm looking down and I can just see sweat on my chest, dude. That just started from like seconds, and I'm just sitting there and I can hear him talking, and I'm just Fight Club and trying to go to my happy place, just trying to relax.
Why didn't you just tap?
I was tapping.
So and he didn't stop.
No, he just kept. He didn't progress it. He just kept it at that one level, like if it was like a level fucking 11, and he just held it there. He didn't do any more, any less. And I'm just sitting there, and I'm happy place, happy. And now I got sweat coming down my temple, and I'm just telling myself, just relax, just be cool, just be cool. It's gonna be done over soon. It's gonna be over soon. And I remember
how long did he hold that shit?
I don't know. It felt like forever because he was explaining it to the class.
You're like, talk faster.
No, I'm just sitting and I tap his leg and I realize he's not letting go. So I'm just like, okay. And I remember him bending over, coming up to my ear and says, "You're supposed to be lying on the floor." And I'm like, and I move and I feel my wrist about to snap. And I thought, I can't go that way. And I remember kind of sticking my ass in different directions until I felt less pressure. And I slowly maneuvered and I got back down. He held it there for another, God knows how long while he was finishing off, and let it go. And literally for a week, the inside of my forearm had the tingly feeling. So I felt like it was asleep.
Don't you hate that?
For like a week, man.
Yeah.
That is the worst.
Yeah, I still feel
devil's
it like here.
lock.
Oh, jeez.
It's a freaking word. But again, that's what you got to worry about. Like if you're somebody on top doing side control, and you kind of, when you got one hand checking the hip, you got to really be careful that you're using the bone as the point, not use the wrist.
Not the wrist because it'll bend back.
They can, and there's a way they can load up the hip onto your hand and just drive it. Because there's a way, if you're trying to pass someone's guard, that you can use your hip to kind of hook their hand and make sure and just. That's it. That's like a ballistic break, man. That's like anything with your knees. There's no nerve endings down there. That's why they don't ever let you do heel hooks.
Yeah.
Because there's no tapping. It's just
a little snap.
Snap. That's it. That's the same thing like a wrist. You don't know when that thing goes.
Is that shit illegal?
Wrist? No, not
heel hooks.
No.
Oh shit, it should be.
I
don't want to break my fucking whatever that is.
No, that's not illegal. That shit. You can do that but nobody does that. That's a good thing. I mean, nobody teaches leg locks and the lower belts just because of that.
Because they don't know what they're doing. They might hurt somebody.
Right. Yeah. I mean, and stuff like that. And again, even like I said, going back to joint locks. For myself, it's not with everybody, but for myself, joint locks, I'll position myself and then I let it go. But chokes, it's game on for that. But again, if somebody catches me in a
I've been getting wiser about that too. Like, just
just tap.
Don't wait till like the last second to tap to try to defend it.
Don't let them extend it.
Like, if they got it, and you know what, just live to fight another day.
Because they get it. Because again, they don't know.
Yep.
And that shit's it's up to you to protect.
This right here is my bread and butter. Yeah, it's my bread and butter, baby.
For like a year. But the good thing is, if they ever catch you in an arm bar, if they have you by the wrist, do like a thumbs up. Point your thumb and move your body towards the thumb. That's how you can get out. But if they have your hand, you know what I mean? Like giving like a gable grip or something?
Yeah.
Just tap. There's no way you're getting out of that shit. Because as long as they hold that, you cannot move. But I'll see a lot of dudes, especially with the MMA gloves, that kind of do like the I Dream of Genie type thing.
Yeah.
And it's you're so sweaty, and
yeah, the I Dream of Genie thing is crazy because you're like,
okay, but you can roll out of that.
Yeah.
As long as they don't.
I've been doing a lot of the rolling, but the only problem is like I do a lot of the turtle roll.
Yeah.
But then, you know, I always giving up my back doing that. So I got to try to find something
there's
different.
Really nothing. Yeah, you don't want to be giving up your back.
It depends. Like with some folks, I can get away with that because like I can recover quick. But then the guys who like, no, it's like, look, he's just going to fucking roll.
Right.
And as soon as he does that, I'll take his back and, you know, it's over.
Just experiment with that stuff. Like I said, you want to tap. Master Sauer, I keep calling him. Master Sauer always says, you know, tap in here because you're not going to be able to tap out there.
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean? But like don't get me wrong, nothing's the worst.
I'm trying to like learn the spider guard.
Oh, really?
Yeah, trying to do that spider guard, like grabbing like the you know bottom pants and then grabbing the top.
Well,
and
you grabbing
the
the wrist.
Yep,
Grab it by the wrist, and then throwing a foot in the bicep.
Yep, and then just playing with it. Yeah, foot in the bicep.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy stuff. People do that one all the time to me, and I'm just like a little puppet.
Well, that's you got to free the.
Well, like
the
are you just supposed to free the wrist and also grab their pant legs too, right?
You can, but if you can't get out of it, because again, you like a scarecrow.
Yeah, oh, it sucks.
Up like that, but
I'm like, what?
You got to somehow
I got
break.
No strings. I got me down.
But I think, anybody put you to sleep?
Almost, yeah.
That's a scary feeling,
and it's crazy
it's
too.
It's scary, but then also you break that threshold and it's peaceful.
But here's the thing, though, it wasn't during rolling. it was for a master dollar trying to show me how to like. He was showing somebody else, and he was just using me to like to show the guy.
Right.
And he had done the choke like just halfway, but his arms are like huge, dude.
Right.
He's got huge arms. And as soon as he put it in that choke, I started blacking out, like a stand-up blackout.
Right.
But then like he let go because he was like, oh, he just wanted to show it real quick. And I tapped, and everything just went dark for like a second. Yeah. And I said, I think I'm gonna pass out. I'm fighting it. I was talking through it as I was going through it, man. And he just kind of like looked at me and just started laughing. So it was funny.
I'm trying to see.
That was the only time I came close. All the other times I tapped just before, like, lights out.
I got tapped. Well, wasn't that a fellas? I almost blacked out.
Mm-hmm.
And Kali was a choke with a stick, and that came on fast. And I was led to the floor, and I gently hit the mat. I remember my nose touching the mat, and I just remember, I'm just gonna take a nap.
Take a nap just for a second.
And I remember the person
Brian.
telling me, and he goes, and see, and now he's asleep. And I just like, and I could feel my body. All right, left arm, turn on, and just difference. And I was like, all right, operational, get up. But
that's crazy. Yeah,
that's some good stuff, though.
Yeah, man,
that's good. So you had almost a year now.
Almost a year. Yep.
Yeah, you should get a year.
Well, my contract's up in I think this month. So I have to.
It's been a year.
Yeah. Starting in September, so I'm gonna re-up.
I gotta get back into going. I'm
probably thinking about re-upping for 2 years versus 1 year, just to
Well, keep bargaining with them, dude. Like I told you, Mark. Yeah.
Well, and definitely, it's gonna be something that I want to do for a while. So
you got to. I mean, like again, and as much as I love jiu-jitsu, that's not the only answer.
No, and they got a great MMA class too, where I go at Premier Fight Center. So I'm looking into doing that too. A great instructor there. Troy Whitman. He does
MMA.
Yeah, he does. He's a fighter. He actually won his recent
that's
fight.
Right. I remember you saying.
Yep. And we got another guy who's also training, and he's we're gonna fight this month. Actually, it's gonna be in Arlington somewhere. I'll check out Premier Fight Center. It's all over the place there. So
I'd love to see you in the cage, man.
Me? Forget about it. You get to see me in like a jiu-jitsu tournament. That's probably it. But no, some people are built for that stuff, man. I'm not one of those guys. It's just not me.
What's I'm trying to think of that Fight Club saying. How much do you know about yourself?
But you've been punched in the face. Yeah, I've been punched in the face plenty of times. I don't need to go into a ring to figure that out.
Yeah, I wish we found this when we were still in college, man.
Yeah, maybe if I were like 20 years younger, I could do it.
That's the bad thing. These dudes freaking heal overnight.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, these.
Yeah, the striking, man.
I'm only doing it just to make sure that I can do it.
Mm-hmm.
These dudes are trying to make lives and shit like that. Nah, man.
And then and you have to go to certain states because if you're doing it like in Virginia, it doesn't pay a whole lot to be an MMA fighter here. You have to go big. I mean, not that I know anything about the pay scales or anything like that, but
I don't know. All amateur, nothing. Nobody gets paid.
yeah.
So
They get, but this is very small stuff.
I don't think we got anything. I didn't get anything for that one. I did.
Oh, that amateur one.
Yeah, all amateur shit.
Well, yeah, that's like non-ranked stuff. Right. I'm talking about the stuff that is ranked.
I'm trying to think. What was that? So when you think you're going to compete? End of the year?
Probably, yeah. Probably the next.
I'm
waiting to see when the next.
That
when the next tournament comes up, white belt tournament, stuff like that. I'll probably throw my name in the ring. And
I wonder if U.S. grappling's still around. I know Naga is.
Naga's still around, yeah.
Naga used to give out samurai swords.
Oh, for real?
For the winner.
Get out! Oh, that's so cool. That's like blood sport shit right there, yo. Kumite. Oh, I showed my son that movie for the first time.
Bloodsport?
He was all over that junk, man. He loved it. He's like, Daddy, this is crazy. They're hitting each other like that. And he just thought it was so awesome. And all the different characters.
You should take him to an amateur fight then. They're all over the place. Especially when your cruise is going.
Yeah. So definitely gonna support our guys there. And it's gonna be cool, man.
Yeah, I can't wait to see you compete though.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it either.
I'll do it too. Screw it. Do like a Naga or something. Get that.
Yeah,
because that's important.
Yeah, I know. I can't go any further unless I do at least one tournament and see how I do.
But again, I mean, that's honestly how it should be.
Yeah, you got to be able to try it out
just see. Let you know, because again, you ain't gonna get hurt, but.
Well, I'm sure I'll get some kind of hurt.
Well, you just get mat burn. That's all good. Ain't nothing you can walk around pounding your chest with, dude.
One of our guys got his lip cut open, man. He had to get stitches and everything.
That's cool. I got stitches too from getting that 6 stitches. Nose broken, black eye. It's all good. You heal. Ain't nothing some ice can't fix.
Oh boy, yeah. Going to the meeting the next day. Well, so as you can see here, this report shows. Oh, I'm sorry, my lips bleeding.
Oh yeah, it's periwinkle. No, not periwinkle blue.
Periwinkle blue.
No. That is fuck. What's that movie? Snatch. No, I'm thinking of Fight Club again.
Fight Club. Yeah. Oh, so I lost a tooth.
Yeah, man, that was bad.
Yeah. Good stuff, man. Good stuff, though. Could definitely recommend anyone out there who wants to do some training, and it's been such a great thing. Health benefits and just learning something new. It's great. And don't feel like you're too old to do it, because that's what I thought too. And I started at 39.
Too old.
Started at 39. I'm 40 now. Actually, got a year older, and anyone can do it. It's never too late.
Well, I still get my ass kicked by people older than me.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. So tell me, did you hear about that asteroid the other day?
No, what was all that stuff about?
Frigging 200-foot asteroid went 50,000 miles from Earth. They found it on a Saturday.
It landed?
No, it flew by us on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
This thing would have... I mean, it's not one of those... What do they call
it's not an ELE?
Yeah. Type of things, but it would
extinction level event? Oh.
But just the fact that they didn't see it, and they saw it on a Saturday, and the shit flew by on a Sunday.
Yep. Let's put more money towards the stock market and less towards things like, planetary defense.
Let me show you this.
No, you know what? Okay. Did you hear about that, the satellite, or not
SpaceX?
The radio signal that the Russians found, that they're still trying to confirm if it's bullshit or not.
Yep.
Man, it would be so dope if that's true.
The new thing right now is people that SpaceX rocket that just blew up.
Oh, dude, that was crazy.
If you go to...
Do you know what that satellite was for, man? It was supposed to be for...
that's what they say.
What? No. Well, that's what they were saying, that it was supposed to be for...
All right, hold on.
Oh, yeah. A little setback? They blew the fucking rocket.
But here's the thing. Check this out.
Yeah. They said that... You know what, though? They said that they rushed the launch date, according to them.
Okay.
That they kept pushing them to go earlier.
Let me find the original feed, because...
Yeah, I saw the original feed, dude. It was crazy.
Yep, right here.
What?
Some people are saying there was a drone that flew by.
And that's what did it?
Because let's get...
Why? What would a drone do?
Okay, here, just watch this video. So now, people, if you just look it up, just look up SpaceX rocket on a launch pad.
UFO destroys SpaceX.
Yeah, but don't look at it like that, because this is all watch coming right at the last. You saw that thing just blink across?
I did, yeah.
Now watch, they'll slow it down for you.
Yeah.
So
wow. What is that?
It's not
Are
a
you
bird.
serious?
Because you can see birds flying around. It would have made you think that was a bird. But this thing,
Dude, I saw it. Oh my God.
They'll slow it down for you. And then it goes hard left. And some people say it's a UFO. It looked like a freaking high-speed drone. Look at it. There it is right there. That ain't a bird.
No, it's not.
But you'll see how it'll come at a straight line.
Yeah.
See, there's no birds.
But no,
Now-
but see, yeah, but look.
Watch it turn. But see, there's no wings.
Yeah. Oh, that is freaky, man. It looks like a little pod, doesn't it? Oh,
Yeah, dude.
God, I hate that shit. It could have just been like a drone flying. Oh my God. Maybe you know what though? Sometimes the hairs just stood up on my fucking arms, dude. But you know what though? Sometimes they'll have drones so they can get like aerial footage.
I know, but that's
That's all it
looked
could have
weird.
been.
That looked weird though.
Yeah, but you know how they want to get sort of like an aerial view of the thing.
But that wasn't that high. That was no aerial view.
Yeah, no, I mean, but you never know though. That
I
could have
don't
just
look. I don't know. It could have been anything. I'm just saying.
You love the whole conspiracy theory
Hell yeah, I
shit.
love that conspiracy.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
just saying that ain't a bird.
To me, it could have been like a drone that they purposely flew up there so they could get aerial footage of like what's going on there. They can't just be watching
but-
it from the tower.
But look how. But okay, watch how fast it goes again.
yeah.
Watch.
Well, you know what though? As fast as you saw, I thought it
Watch.
actually hit the fucking thing. Yeah.
You see how and that made it like a.
Well, for a second there, it looked like it hit the rocket, but no, if it just went around it, it's just, I don't know. To me, that could have been just a fucking, like I said, a drone, like to get camera footage of the rocket.
No drones move that fast. Look at that
How do
thing.
you know?
Because any of the drones I've seen, commercial ones, they don't move that fast. That's fast, dude.
It is fast.
That is fast.
I don't know. I just think,
So you can go to the
somebody was-
USLaunchReport.com and see the SpaceX rocket that
somebody was saying there's something about like the mixture, like the was it
the rocket fuel that they use.
not rocket fuel, but like the
They use hydrogen peroxide as fuel.
Yeah, they said that it's very unstable or something like that. I don't know. I'm not like
Oh, that's right. They were saying something of the mixture.
the mixture was often if it gets just a little bit of air or something in there.
Nobody
It
knows what the hell
fucking
it-
who
It
knows?
could be. Who the hell knows?
Who knows? But that just sucks, dude. That's like almost $200 million
I just
explosion.
What the Facebook said, because that was supposed to be a satellite that was going to be delivering free
Yeah. Yeah.
So they say.
Well, no, that's what they say. Yeah. But you know what though, and it's funny because this is supposed to be the test because they actually have a backup one, a backup satellite. That's what Facebook said anyway. But still,
Check that out, man.
I don't know, man. It's you get me into a whole conspiracy theory shit all the time, dude, man. And get my ass all paranoid for no damn reason. Remember the one about the big rock that was gonna hit us?
I've wasted so much of my life on bullshit like that.
Exactly. And then the worst is you get me all worried about that shit.
Well, I can't sit here worried about it myself.
So you're gonna tell
I
me
need someone else to
bring
freaking
me
think
into
about it.
bring me into your private hell.
No, with
Nice.
the aliens.
Yeah. Or like, oh no, it's all gonna be over September 13th. Quick, get like what was it? What are those survivalists? They get the little things that get buried in the ground. The little, what do they call those?
Capsules or something.
The capsules or the survival tanks or whatever they fucking call those.
I still.
You ever watch that show?
Yeah.
Oh,
Of course I watch that shit.
Wackadoos. But you know what though? It's only crazy if they're wrong.
That's right. Well, look, what happened in
Louisiana with that dude?
That dude with the water.
And they
The water
laughed
wall?
at his ass when he put that big tube around his house and filled it with water. He's the only one that didn't have to deal with that shit. So yeah,
So,
it's only crazy
It's only crazy
if you're
Exactly.
wrong.
So, and I hope I'm wrong.
And I hope you're wrong too. I was hoping you're wrong about that asteroid, dude. You know how many nights you had me like fucking stressing it. But here's the thing, though. You know what was beautiful about that, though? As crazy as you had me going about, holy shit, there's a big thing's gonna hit us. Oh my god, what the fuck are we gonna do? What the fuck are we gonna do? And there was a part of me that was like, shit, if it's really gonna go down like that, I don't give a fuck about anything, man. Just fucking be free. You know?
Yeah, I know, but I don't want to be free with two kids.
Thank God. I no, I'm talking about be free as like, fucking do something, creative, do something fun, and knowing the end is coming.
Free that I don't have to go to work. I was like, free. None of this shit happened with.
You almost had me to that point, and then I came to my senses. I'm like, what the fuck, man? No.
I remember reading stuff and seeing dates. I'm like, damn. And the dates come and the dates go. And then 2 months later, I see the same type of stories.
Yeah. People who live for that shit, dude. It's like, you know what, man?
Like an idiot.
If the asteroid hits, just, let it hit like right on top of my house so I don't have to deal with it. You know what I mean? I want to be as close to it as possible.
I want a chance.
Or you know what? If it does happen, I want to be able to like just jump up real high in the air and have my bones just irradiate to the nearest wall, so they think we could levitate.
I want a fighting chance.
Yeah, well,
let's see how that's. But I'm trying to. What was the other thing?
I don't know.
That shit used to always mess with me.
Conspiracy theories, man, they'll get you crazy.
But how crazy was that?
That was pretty crazy. But like I said, it could have just been anything. It could have been a lot of things.
And you know what? The sad part is we'll never freaking know.
Yeah.
But that thing was moving way too fast. And then...
You never know.
You never freaking know.
And that's the lesson of the day. You never know.
Never freaking know. You reading any books?
Me? Read? Well, aside from reading Harry Potter to my son every night, no.
I told you, you got to read that book. Because you're interested in that movie, what, Arrival?
Yeah, that looks pretty dope.
You got to check out the short story. There's a short story.
Yeah.
By the guy named...
You know I don't read.
Dude, it's 55 pages.
You know I don't read.
55 pages?
55 pages. It took me like 2 years to get through 55 pages. You kidding me?
Ted Chiang.
You know what? And that's the biggest gift I'm giving to my kids is I'm reading to their asses and making them read so they won't be morons like their pop because I don't fucking read.
Shut up.
Read to your kids, damn it.
Yeah.
Make them fucking read. Yeah.
So what else you got going on?
That's it, man. Just living the dream every day. And,
What do you think about what's happening in VCU?
That broke my heart.
That's how I met this dude in VCU. And the place that our apartment that we pretty much grew up in that school
got demolished.
Was demolished.
Or is being demolished right now.
At GRC in VCU.
Rest in peace.
That, I don't know, dude. I actually felt freaking sick.
Yeah.
Watching that crap. Because I used to go up there when I was in junior high for basketball camp.
Yeah.
So we would stay, not on our side, but we had the apartment side.
Right.
We would stay on the single, where it's just...
That's where my niece stayed there. Like,
really?
Yeah.
Because our apartment, we had the kitchen, the bathroom.
She was the last generation to stay there before they knocked it down, dude. And at least I'm glad she got that experience at GRC, so, I can relate with her, like, what it was like to be in there. And it's so crazy. Like, I saw Victor... Victor went to VCU too with us, and
Mike.
Not at the same time, but
because I sent it when you sent me those pictures.
Yeah,
I sent it to him.
Yeah, and no, it's crazy because when Victor was going to school, they had just built it, and then by the time we get there,
30 freaking years.
I know, right? Can you just wrap your head around?
It was here earlier than that. It was here earlier than that because if you think it was there for 30 years, it came out in the 80s. It was built in the 80s.
Like I said, when Victor was there,
Victor, maybe you're right. He was 89.
Yeah.
So roughly he was less than 10 years old.
Yeah, it was around 89. So
I miss that place, man. I still have dreams.
I will never forget that, and I will leave this parting story with you and your listeners. Was we were staying at our apartment, big up 223, apartment 223, rest in peace, and these frat boys that were below us. They started talking shit to Candido.
Let's think how badass we would have been if we would have known martial arts then.
Well, we were ready to get down there too. But let me set up the story for them so they know. So it was on April Fool's Day. We're just goofing around, and we had done a trick on our roommate Candido. And we had our heads out the window, and we were like yelling at him stuff, and we're just like laughing and whatever. And these guys from downstairs say, "Shut up, peckerhead!" And then our buddy kind of said, "Hey man, you could at least say it politely." And then you, like a flash, you run out of the fucking apartment, go downstairs, and start knocking on their door. So of course I'm like tagging along right behind you. And this motherfucker opens the door, and they're like, "It's like what?" And then like you literally go inside their apartment and start saying, "Who the fuck said that to our friend? Like we weren't doing none of you guys, whatever." And all of a sudden they bring this big tub of shit that come waddling out. So what, man? What? It's like you, and then. We're basically inside their apartment with the door open, causing this little argument with these dudes, and you start confronting the guy saying, "Yo, man," and then I look outside the door, and here comes Candido hauling ass because he went all the way from around the building to get in.
That was,
and I'm sure he had
city block.
Yeah, does like show his ID to get in and everything. And we were in there just about to get down, and all of a sudden, and it's so funny too because you're Spanish and ain't that good, and it was very not good back then in those days. And you look at me, and like you were saying, like you apologize, don't apologize to me, apologize to him. You said it to him, and then the guys are like they're looking at you, and all of a sudden you look at me and you go, "Cierra la puerta." Which means just close the door. So I look at you. I'm like, all right, I guess we're going to do this. I close the door, and the guys, their faces dropped. Like all their strength left them. And the one guy's like, "Hey, man, hey, what can I say? I was drunk. Hey. And so we left. And we knew the guys weren't going to do anything. So we left. The minute we walked out the door, that tub of shit started getting balls. And then he started saying shit, and his friends are holding back. "Shut up, man, shut up." And all of a sudden, like, people were starting to come out because it was kind of like an arena.
Yeah.
Right?
I just remember the guy, remember we, chomp, 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 chomp. And that dude came up. I just remember him, and he's like, "What's going on?" And we told him.
No, everyone was looking down because it was kind of like a 3-level thing and looking down on this kind of like open courtyard, and their thing was like at the very corner. We were coming out of that, and that guy was going, "Fuck you, man, fuck you." And then all of a sudden you see all these people, you look around, and then you look at him and you say, "You said you were sorry. I got you to say you were sorry, motherfucker." And oh man, it was like gladiator shit, man. Ugh.
I'm going to end with this story, but you got to tell it because you tell it a lot more better than I do.
I just remember better than you, that's all.
Tell them about the remote control.
Oh, really? Do we have to do this now? Why?
Come on, because that...
No.
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 All right, let me tell you how it goes. So we each had our own rooms. Yeah. Shared the living room, shared the kitchen. Mm-hmm. He was the only one. He had a TV with the VCR in it.
Built-in VCR. Awesome.
Our third roommate didn't have a TV.
Mm-hmm.
So I always like pranking these two fuckers. So one time, Candido takes your TV.
Well, no, he asked to borrow it because he wanted to watch a movie with his girl. And I'm like, all right, no, whatever, man, here. I give it to him.
With
brothers,
your remote.
we share where it's cool.
I go in his room. I take the remote the next day. And I keep it.
When he didn't give me the TV back for a while, right? And, I didn't bug him about it or anything like that. But then finally, like, he gives me the TV back. And I'm like, okay, well, where's my remote? He's, "Oh, I'm looking for it, man. I'll look for the remote. I'll give it to you." "All right, no problem. And he couldn't find the remote. And why is it?
I hid that thing in my AC unit. And our AC unit was attached to the ceiling. So I unscrewed the front panel, put the remote in there, locked it up, and unfortunately forgot about it.
Yeah, like as the towel incident in the other dorm, which we'll get into that another time.
The towel incident?
Yes, when you took my towel and my clothes and everything and left me in the shower. Yeah, that was another story.
For that.
Oh, now you apologize for that.
So long story. So he comes out, and for months it used to crack me up at dinner because you used to yell at him.
Oh, because it was like 2 weeks and he still hadn't given my fucking remote, man. And even though, to be fair, like I was like, half an arm length that I could change the channel on it, but I'm like, it's my fucking remote, man. I gave it to you with the remote. Give it back to me with the remote. And I used to just give him shit every night.
Bad.
He's like, "Fuck you, man. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry."
And that's before like universal remotes, I think, were big.
Oh, yeah. It was like a long time ago. So it was pre-internet.
Yep. And then what was it? So we probably went through the rest of that semester.
No, the entire year. The rest of that year.
Was it that year?
It was the entire year. And then the day we moved out.
I don't give myself enough credit.
Dude, yeah. It was you kept quiet and you kept watching me berate and belittle this man at our table at every chance I got. Like I would like say little snide comments like, "Man, I wish I could change my fucking channels," without having to get up.
By the end of the year, when we had to clean everything out.
Yep, time to go home.
You cleaning up your room. Some reason you left. I go grab the remote. I put that thing in the most obvious
It was like in the crack
place.
of like, and I'm sitting there doing all my stuff. All of a
The
sudden,
most obvious place imaginable.
I pull back like the bed just a little bit, and there's the motherfucking remote. It was awful. It was awful because like I felt like such a piece of shit. Because I'm like, there it is. I had it this whole time. And I grab the remote and I kind of walk out into the room and the guys are all just hanging out there. And I look at Candido and I'm like, I kind of drop my head and I show him the remote. He's like, fuck you, man.
I'm
Fuck
sitting
you.
at that table too, watching all this.
And he starts laughing. And I couldn't understand at that time why you were cackling so hard. But it's, and then here's the thing. You didn't even fess up then. You still kept the secret, you piece of shit. And didn't you tell us like years later?
Accidentally,
You're like, yeah, like the time I hit the room. I'm like, what? You mean it was you? Because, oh, yeah. He made me like pay for that like 100 times over, like as soon as I found that remote. And then come to find out it was your ass that had done it. Matt, it was just a masterpiece that you were able to keep your mouth shut for that long.
That's true.
So we'll end on that note.
All right, man. We're gonna end on that because it's getting late. But I appreciate it, man.
Yep, man. Anytime, brother.
Coming on here and
Much love, much success.
Wow.